One, two,
Hello.
Hello, Avishai.
Thank you for coming.
My pleasure.
Can you tell us a bit about the first tune you just played?
Yeah, we actually played a tune from one of the previous albums, not the last one. We played Safety Land.
Cool. I got a question. Can you tell me a little bit about the new trio? You're not used to play with Yoni nor Justin in this formation. How does it feel? How does it just?
It feels. First of all, it feels great. There's nothing like playing with the original members always, but then the reason I started this trio from the first place, not the reason, but when I started it, I always kept in mind that this kind of situation gonna happen, and it's just based on reality, when you rehearse with the band and then you go on tour and someone cannot do it. And even when we started this tour and Justin, it was the first time he played our music, we met in the sound check. We had 1 hour for sound check and rehearsing all the tunes, and then we start hitting. And this is just I accept it to be what it is, meaning I'm not trying to have Justin sound like Nashid. I'm not gonna, hey, when you get to that part you should do this feel like that or like that. It's all about the individual and the mutual playing. I'm not gonna ask Yoni to sound like Omer. Yoni should sound like Yoni. And it's all about the combination of the people and how we play together. And we get to learn to play with each other every day. We've been out for a month, and we just got better every gig.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds really good.
So can you tell us about Trivni, about this concept and what it means? What does the word mean?
Triveni it's a word in Sanskrit, and it's the meeting point of 3 sacred rivers in India. The Ganges, the Yamuna, and the Saraswati, which is supposed to be a mythological river. And where they meet, that's supposed to be a holy place. People go there to bathe and to purify themselves. And I like that. I like the idea of the meeting point. First of all, as far as water, when water meets water, they become one. They don't stay separate. It's not oil and water. It's water and water. That's it. So I like to think of the individual too. We each kind of very different. Each one has his own path. Each one is coming from a different place, different background, different everything, different music that we like, and some is the same, of course. But then when we meet, this is the focus. How do we become one as much as we can?
It's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Like in this trio, in this formation, you don't have a piano or any harmonic instrument. And I was wondering, is your approach to composition different? Because many musicians write music on the piano. But do you, after 3 records, do you, even when you start composing, when you have an idea, do you still put it on the piano, or do you just cut that part?
I think it differs between each composition. Some I still write on the piano, some I sing, some I just an idea that I have in my head, some I write on the trumpet, and wherever I write it, whether I write it on the piano or horn or by singing or on guitar or on drums, it's just the idea. The idea is brought, and some of the tunes are more specific, some are less. Sometime we get to the solo section and I write specific chord changes, and some other tunes you just finish the melody and it says solos, and then anything goes, really. And that allows for a lot of differences. This is what we play today, and it's a different feeling. We play in the afternoon, it's daylight, we're inside a room, there's no monitors, it's just a different feeling, and it's not about how I'm gonna make it sound exactly like we sounded yesterday at the show. It's gonna be impossible, and you gotta kind of accept what it is and let it be. And this is also the beauty of it, that once once you know exactly where you're going, it's can be also a little boring.
Would you ever consider to do an homage album, like an homage to a musician? Or
First of all, it's always I have 100 ideas for albums in my head, and I always think about this this kind of options. I would love to do Love Supreme one day. I want to say Love Supreme one day. So One Supreme. I would like to do that, homage to Duke Ellington, to Charles Mingus, to Ornette, to Cole Porter, to many options. But I'm also I would like to do it from a musical place and not from a commercial place, because a lot of the time today you are kind of being pushed to those directions, from festivals, from it's kind of as a selling point, and I don't care so much about that. Not that I don't care about selling, but I wouldn't want to do that because of that reason, and I just don't get to it yet. There's a lot of music that I want to do of my own, and I kind of put it in a better priority for now.
and you're here to play your music, so maybe you could play another tune for us.
Maybe I can. I mentioned Mingus, so maybe I can play an homage to Mingus, and we're gonna do Goodbye Pork Pie Hat, which is also from the album.
Great.
Thank you.
So, has anybody ever written a tune dedicated to your beard yet?
To my beard?
Yeah.
No.
No?
I don't know if you ever wrote tunes for me, but not for my beard.
All right. That's it.
We did our 3 last shows with foreigners, but we start to think we should also speak about French musicians. So I was wondering if you have like a French jazz musician that you particularly appreciate at the moment, except Yoni.
Yes, but he's related to Yoni, not by blood, in the sense that Yoni is playing in his trio. You know who I'm going to say?
Jonathan?
Jonathan, yeah. Jonathan Avishai, which he has a new album now. He's an amazing pianist and one of my favorites all time in the whole world, and my musical brother. And he has a new album now, and it's called Modern Times. That's his project. And I think this is one name that should definitely be brought to the attention of the French people.
Right. You seem to have a musical sense of humor. Like, I don't know exactly how to put it, but some sort of lightness, some sort of loose approach sometimes. And does it really happen regardless of the context? How do you feel about that? Do you feel that light approach is do you value that thing, and do you apply it, or I don't maybe not apply it, but
I think sense of humor would be just one angle of a bigger thing. So on one hand, it's a super deep thing, and music to me is everything. It's my life. It's not the only thing in my life. I also have kids, and I have a wife, and I have family to take care of, and other aspiration as a human being, in the way I want to be, and the way I am. Music is no joke.
Yeah.
And it's super, like I say, it's super heavy, and it's a long process. To be very light and cool with it, you actually have to accept, and self-acceptance is I find to be one of the heaviest thing and the hardest thing for people in all kind of from different worlds, not just for musicians and not just for artists, just as human beings, like to let yourself accept who you are. It's a hard thing.
Maybe to finish this interview, we will do it differently than we used to do. Usually we finish the interview, but maybe today you could say your favorite French word, and looking at the camera for the final word.
My favorite French word might be I don't know.